What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we are taking a look at another viewer's car. This is Ronald's Audi A6 3-liter TFSI from 2011. And as you can see, it is, well, it looks quite stock and it looks very civilized, like a car that a printer salesman would drive back in the day in 2011. But this car is not stock. Ronald has done something amazing to it, and I'm going to show you and tell you about that later on in this video. So today I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a look at the awesome sleeper grandpa spec, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. So as I said, 2011 A6, and that means that it is one of the first of this new generation, the C7 back in the day, A6 with the 3-liter TFSI engine. So that means that it has the 3-liter V6 with the supercharger, and that is quite a cool engine. So spec-wise, we've got a silver Audi A6 Pro Line Plus, I believe, with quattro all-wheel drive. Now, exterior-wise, let me check. No, I don't think Ronald did anything to the car. Very civilized, regular chrome on the front bumper, around the grille. A chrome Audi logo as well, which we don't see that very often anymore. Daytime running lights, everything looks normal. And then we get to the wheels, and we see that Ronald did upgrade these wheels. These are S6 wheels, Ronald thought. 20-inch. I'm not sure if they're S6 wheels, they might be, but they do look very nice on the car. It's pretty much the only thing on this car that stands out, that is even remotely sporty. Chrome around the windows, no privacy glass, and at the rear we've got the regular exhaust tips, but we do have a bypass valve. So let me check if I can see it actually. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so getting on the floor for you guys again. There we go. So that is the bypass right there, and it's got a little remote inside, and if you hit that, it bypasses the rear silencer, so this one, and it produces a very nice sound. Let me check if I can see who made that. No, don't know. Ugh. So that is a very cool upgrade. And then on to the even cooler upgrade, which is the fact that Ronald upgraded his car. Now, when he bought the car, it had a timing chain issue, and the entire engine had to be removed to fix that. So he thought, well, I've got the engine out of the car now, let's do some cool stuff to it. So he had the guys at Wachttechnik change the supercharger pulleys. So the supercharger pulley and the crank pulley have both been upgraded with an APR kit. In addition, it's also got software from APR for the ECU and the transmission, and that brings the power from this engine up from 300 horsepower and 440 newton meters, quite decent, to 480 horsepower and 588 newton meters of torque. That is a big jump. And it's also got the airbox from an Audi RS6. Now this is a really cool engine to choose. Like it has this super normal looking A6 body, but you have this engine which in essence is the same engine you got in the S4 and S5 of this generation, so the 333 horsepower version. You can get that from this engine as well. That is just a software thing, so you can just remap your car to 333 without any problem. But changing the supercharger pulley and the crank pulley, I mean, that is a jump more than 50% in power. So that is really nice. And it's a good powertrain as well. So this supercharged V6, and then we've got this 7-speed S-tronic gearbox linked to it. Now inside you can see the theme of the outside continues, so very normal spec. It's a real businessman spec, this. Just fabric on the seats and really grandpa steering wheel. don't have any pedal shifters behind it, so you have to use the gear lever to do that, which is okay. And well, nothing to say really. The car looks really good outside and in. It's done 114,000 kilometers in just over 10 years. So it's been taken care of pretty well, and I think Ronald made a good choice to buy this car. He bought this car with the problem at 100,000 kilometers. So he just bought it and gambled basically that he would be able to get it fixed relatively cheaply, and then he decided to tune it as well, which is a really good thing. We always like it when everything has been done at the same time, because then most of the times the tuning has been done right. So I'll let you guys hear that exhaust. Let me grab the remote down here. So we have two buttons, off and on. This is off, so that means valve is closed. Valves are closed, I should say. And you can actually hear the supercharger as well, whining away. And then if we open it up, very nice sound. It sounds nice and dark and beefy, really cool. All right, so let's go for a little drive. All right, so what is it like to drive this car? It is very, very smooth, which it fits the car really well. And you've got this drivetrain that is seriously powerful, but the rest of the car is so like beige basically. And the contrast between those things is really nice. It is a real sleeper, because the S6 of this generation had the 4-liter V8 bi-turbo with 450 horsepower. This has got more power, and I mean, if you tune that engine, of course you go to like 600 horsepower, but this has got more power than a stock S6, which is really nice. And I really, really like this engine. It feels solid, it feels strong, both torquey and high up in the ref range. You've got that power. It's a really good experience. And that bypass valve is gold as well, because the sound, I'll use the gear lever to downshift a couple of times. Got a really nice sound. The shifts are quick as well with that TCU remap. You can hear the supercharger now and then whining away in the front. Oh, that is nice. And the car just feels very solid, and the tune as well feels very, very good. Really like it. I mean, no one will suspect that this car produces this amount of power and this sound. It is really, really cool. So 0 to 100, let's do that. I'm not going to do launch control, just a regular launch. There we go, full throttle, quattro all-wheel drive, plenty of power. 0 to 100, stock 5.5 seconds for this car. We measured this at 4.1 with launch control, 4.6 without launch control. So it definitely pays off to use that launch control. And stock, the car does 250 kilometers an hour limited. A limiter is gone, so should be able to do a bit more than that. Police just finished clearing the Autobahn for us, so we should have some nice space. Yeah, you can hear that supercharger in the distance. Both at low revs and high revs. You can sometimes hear it more loudly than other times, but it is very nice. Right, here we go, full throttle. So we are in dynamic mode, but I don't believe that we've got adaptive dampers, so the car is just super comfy. Now, of course, we also measured the 100 to 200 performance, which it did in 10 seconds dead, which is quick. I mean, that does check out with this amount of power. We've got a warning for the speed, but we don't care about that. So that is to 70 kilometers an hour without too much trouble. Of course, we've got the quintessential wind noise of the Audi A6 C7. They all do that. But the sound, the smoothness, just the suppleness of the suspension and the engine is such a nice combo. Wow, that is actually quite impressive. Cars are a bit too close together here. There they go. But that is nice, man. It kept going quite well actually. I was expecting it to slow down a bit more, but it just was quite happy to keep going. I just like the understated exterior and interior of this car so much. It's just such a regular thing, you know. So basic, and then you've got this super nice supercharged V6 producing nice power and an awesome sound. I'm really curious to see what we can get. I'm really hoping that we get some more space. Maybe on the way back. So I think most people that are looking for a fast Audi with this engine are looking for an S5 or an S4, but go look at these things, people, because the tuning potential is amazing, and I'm guessing you can pick them up for a lot less money than an S4. And I mean, you've got that engine, this gearbox is perfectly fine for this car with this TCU remap as well. And you've got this amazing drivetrain that is super nice for daily driving. It is quiet, it is smooth, and it's powerful, which is a really great combo. I mean, this is impressive, the way it just keeps going. Really not expecting it to be this quick and for it to be this okay with it. It basically feels stock. It feels like an S6 V6. It's really amazing. Ronald, you've got an amazing car, and I have to compliment you on your choice of tuning as well, because it is a very original choice, and it is definitely delivering the power. I'm wondering if I would have gotten 300 on the speedo if I kept going, because that is a big gap. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video on the right, or go check out this playlist on the left. See you at the next one. Bye.